And we're live.
We're live.
Well, hello there, people.
Hey.
What's going on, fella? I see Charlie's already in. Howdy, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
I think he's interested to see what train wreck we're going to come up with.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I tell you.
Well, I'm going to tell you, man, I struggled with this one just a wee bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, I mean, I watched the, what's that? Cletus Cook's Nashville or whatever he did.
Chris Cook's Nashville?
Who?
Chris?
Yeah. That's what I meant. Chris. I watched his thing and I was like, oh, okay. And then I watched the Two Crazy Ketos and I was like, oh, okay. Theirs is pretty simple, whatever. But I wanted something different. And the wife kind of vetoed the whole shrimp thing. She actually. Bye, girls. They're leaving to go to
Get all the answers right.
So she actually used the word forbid to use shrimp. So, because it was going to be absolutely nasty, and I was like, all right.
Well, they said they couldn't even taste the shrimp.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The video was awesome. It was just for me.
It really was. Chris's was, and that one was too.
And then there was another guy who copied Chris's, but he didn't give like the recipe. He just gave you a link to Chris's channel.
Was that the highfalutin guy?
Might have been.
Highfalutin keto or something like that.
But,
low carb.
I was like, all right.
He's a really good show to watch.
That's Wes Shoemaker.
But he doesn't give any recipe. He doesn't do anything original. He always grabs somebody else's recipe and does it and tells you to go to their site to give them credit because everything was theirs.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
He will do occasionally to some of his own creations. Or he'll do one that's viral and he'll say, I got no idea who came up with this. But it's viral and I'm doing it. So I don't know who to credit,
Yeah.
And he will give you the recipe then. But if it's somebody else's recipe or he does battles where he'll, like say two people have the Carnivore Mac and cheese. He'll make the one over here and the one over here, and he'll do the battle of them, and he'll make it according to their recipe. He'll put the link to both the recipes in there, and he'll make them, and he'll decide which one he likes better. So, he
just keep forgetting stuff. Shoes.
Don't forget the answers.
She forgot the cheat sheet that has the answers.
She forgot the shoes and she's in the refrigerator.
That's me. Peyton forgot the shoes.
You're not going to find her shoes in there.
I don't know what you're looking
I was looking for something to start.
Yeah, we don't have snacks.
Well, I didn't know if I could grab a piece of cheese.
So anyway, I struggled with this one, and then I don't know. I came up with something, and I'm kind of tickled because I actually did a practice cook.
Oh, okay.
Semi.
You're like me where you don't do it.
I just tried it because the other thing was like using ground meat or pulled pork or pulled chicken, and you throw it in the cheese sauce, and
right.
That's not noodles. That's more of a casserole.
Yeah.
So, which mac and cheese is a casserole.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got a little something I'm gonna try, and I don't know. It's different.
The one that Chris does, I wanted to do it because that he makes the noodles. He makes a noodle. And but that was the oven, by the way. And that was what I was wanting to do. But then I looked at it, and it was going to take probably a lot longer than we really want it to go. Yeah. So I said, well, that's for another time. That's for just making a regular video.
Yeah. That was kind of my time restraint was also a factor. So. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to see how both these turn out.
Yeah, me too. I am also. because I'm borrowing from Two Crazy Ketos, but I'm kind of making it my own at the same time.
Okay.
Well, in a sort of. I mean, not exactly. It's still. It's a little bit. Well, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to use salad shrimp, frozen salad shrimp that I thawed, which is what they use, and it looks like the noodle. It looks like a noodle. You know, that little bitty small shrimps. Shrimp, whatever the plural is. It's just a little bitty small shrimp that can look like
elbow macaroni.
Exactly, shape and everything. So I'm gonna do that, and I've got some rotisserie chicken that I bought at Aldi, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add it in there as well, and then I'll put I'll put this on the top of it.
Yep. I did the same thing. I went and bought pork rinds and ran them through the food processor to make my crumbs.
Yeah. Oh, I did something I don't usually do. I bought this one time, just once, to get the jar, and then I started doing them on my own and filling the jar with it. Then and
Okay.
it came with a built-in label. What the heck, you know?
Yeah.
And but I've been wanting to try these, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try, see what it tastes like. And it's that pork and good.
Oh, yeah.
They have their own panko that they make with it, and so I thought, you know, I'll give it a go. You know,
Okay.
I bought it, so, and it was a decent price because you got two bottles, two just like this, and it was like $11 or something like that from where I bought it. So I figure I would spend about that much on the pork rinds, and then a lot of time grinding them and such as that. So I said, okay, good reason to try them. You know,
And you got a labeled jar now.
Yep, exactly.
I just have a Duke's mayonnaise jar that I put them in.
That works. Hey, if I hadn't have found this, that's what I'd have done. Because the Duke's mayonnaise jar is perfect size.
Yeah. I can get 2 of the small bags of just regular pork rinds, run them through the food processor, and it gets me that much. About 2/3 of a mayonnaise jar, a quart jar.
Yeah, there you go.
So, and, you know, a Sharpie for the label.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I got it.
So Mike, let's bring up this other camera so I can kind of show the ingredients.
Oh, yeah. Pickles ask, are boogers carnivore? Absolutely.
I don't see why not. I mean, they come from an animal, whether it's a party animal or a whatever. But you see, I got the brats, or not brats, the sausages.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So my thought is, and I tried this the other day with some different kind of sausages, but is if I cut those yay big, take the jalapeno core them out, cook them in this cast iron skillet, the griddle, to where they're cooked all the way through. I got to rotate and get that little bit of char, and then pull them out and let them cool. They'll hold their shape.
Yeah.
And it'll look just like, you know, a hole, like a straw. And then cut it in half, long ways.
Yeah.
And then I have half moons that I cut into noodles and then throw them in my cheese sauce.
Yeah. It'll take the shape of a noodle. Yeah.
But I have to cook them first before I put them in the sauce, so that way they hold the shape.
Right. Yeah, you would have a problem with them holding their shape when they're that small.
So I tried it with a different sausage, so we'll see if these ones will work.
I like that idea.
I was going to do it with sausage and hot dogs, but I think I'm just going to do it with sausage. So,
Go for it.
well, with that, buddy, you ready to get started?
May as well. Can't dance.
All righty. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Here we go. Let me get my cheering cup. Cheers.
All right. Well,
And all that is tea.
that's what I've got. All right. So I'm going to start my light the fire. So I got my griddle pan.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is the old mountain griddle pan. Got it set up. And I have the 2-quart made in Taiwan sauce pot. It is a Taiwan version of a Lady Best that I'm using.
I just use some butter here.
So we're going to go ahead and just open this up.
If I fall asleep, I'm sorry, guys. I've been in Virginia all day today working. I just got home, sat down for a minute, talked with my wife for a little bit, and then came straight down here. So I am tired.
Dang, Rusty.
Yeah, we had a couple calls. I had three tickets at the same store in Aldi in Martinsville, Virginia, and they didn't have anybody else that could take care of it. And so I had to drive all the way up. They had to leave the house at 5 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
It took me, 3.5 to 4 hours to get there.
Yep. Oh, I know what I need to get out. Didn't get it yet.
Come on now. These child-proof.
I have good old garlic.
Yeah, Pickle says, I like culinary exploration. I'm always impressed by the culinary paths you go on that I will never follow.
Thank you, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think there's a thank you on that.
So the idea being that I take this sausage, and the core is actually smaller than the sausage. And if I do it right, I should be able to turn and get the core out. Maybe out. The dog's right here trying to get up in the.
I thought you said you practiced this.
I did, but I didn't say I practiced a lot. I did one and it worked. I never perfected it. There we go. Pull that out. There we go. See that?
Yeah, there's a hole in there.
Yep.
Then set it in the skillet. Do it again. This time I can go all the way through.
Oh, I got to see this.
So this time I can go all the way through to the back end.
Look at that. Cool.
Pulls out. And then if I need to pull some more, I just come in this side.
You gonna dice up the core and put it in the meat?
Maybe.
Put it in.
I might just like cook it up and give it to the dogs because they're right here at my feet.
Oh yeah, there you go.
They're about to, I wouldn't be surprised if they knocked this one camera over.
Oh, wow.
Like he's He's eyeballing me pretty hard, and so's the little one.
Yeah, they'll be good for that.
So-
People just said Daniel's son never perfected the crane move until his leg failed.
Well, that is true. He tried and tried and tried.
It's amazing how that kick would only work that one time in that one movie. And Mr. Miyagi said, if done right, no can defend. But yet, every single time he's tried that after that movie, they were able to defend it.
He do it right.
Was that in that mini-series?
No, I only saw the first. I watched the first couple shows of the first season, and I just couldn't get into it. I wasn't wanting to. I was wanting that to be really, really good, but it wasn't. I couldn't keep my interest.
I've seen all the episodes. They got a new season out now. That's they're halving it, making it showing half of the episodes and then going back and later on. And this is the last season. Season 6, I think it is, or 5. One of them.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that, Mike?
Oh, look at there. Heck yeah.
So then the idea is I'll be able to cut that in half long ways and then slice it to make elbow-style noodles.
You know what? I'll tell you something else too. You could do make that for manicotti, as Tom call it manicotti.
Yeah.
That would work perfect for that. Wow, that's genius.
For the shotgun shells.
Yes.
I had thought about that when I was trying to explain it to a guy. He was like, we went and served dinner to the men's shelter last night, and I was talking to a guy, and he's been trying to go keto, but he's having a hard time with, just eating steak, chicken, bacon, eggs. Like he's wanting a variety.
Right.
And I was like, yep, that happens. That's the normal thing. That's why keto fails for most people. And so he said, well, what all do you do? And I told him what I was making tonight. And he's like, dude, that sounds amazing. He goes, I've got to see this. And I was like, all right, cool. So I don't know if he's watching, but if he is, Tread, how you doing, buddy?
Honey Badger just said Daniel was the bad guy in the Karate Kid. He stole Johnny's girlfriend and ruined Cobra Kai.
Oh. Okay, so these turkey ones didn't hold up very well.
The
Learned on that.
shoe was hot. She helped me through puberty.
Who?
Elizabeth Shue.
Whatever you did in your shoe, buddy, we don't need to hear about.
Yeah, but she was one of my crushes whenever I was much younger.
I just put in cheddar cheese here. I added heavy whipping cream, and now I'm doing cheddar cheese, and I'm getting some more cheese out.
And Honey Badger said she still is, and I agree with you, man, 100%. She is still hot.
Yep. Have you seen her in the Boys? TV show The Boys?
I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar.
It's Amazon Prime show, I believe, and it's kind of a takeoff on superheroes. Not a
I ain't seen it.
but these are superheroes that are they ain't exactly nice, and it's she kind of manages them, but she ends up dying in the first season, I think it was. Spoiler alert.
Okay, so another thing, since I'm having a little bit of trouble with these ones, with these turkey ones, is I've got this thing. I bought it years and years ago because I wanted to try to make donut biscuits or biscuits out of donuts, but I never did. So what I got is a little hole puncher for biscuits.
Okay.
To make donut.
All right.
So now what I'm going to try to do is trim this down a little bit and just go right in the center. I did not practice this one.
Yeah, when I was a kid, Mom and Dad would make biscuits into donuts for us in the on the weekends, and they would just take a bottle cap from like a Coke bottle.
Yeah.
And push the biscuit down a little bit flatter, and just push the bottle cap from the Coke bottle straight through the center to make donut holes. And then they fried them and rolled them around in cinnamon and sugar, and that's how they made us donuts on the weekends.
Heck yeah.
Okay, now I got to figure out how to get the plug out of there. And I got to shoot the dog.
Uh-oh.
Well, they're going to knock everything over here in a minute. So here I'm just pulling the plug out there. So that worked pretty good. So let's just cut this off.
Look at that cheese sauce. You see it?
Cut this a little bit smaller.
What do you think of that, Rusty?
Bring you over here. Oh, that's looking good.
Turn the heat off.
Honey Badger saying, are you talking about the Watchmen?
No.
No? Okay.
Totally different. Totally different. This has got one of the people with superpowers. They call them soups. Is called Homelander. He's kind of the most powerful one of them. He's got like Superman type powers.
Was that the John Cena guy?
No, that was Peacemaker. This one, I don't think it's associated with any franchise, really.
So the little slug thing's working pretty good. Especially with this turkey sausage.
Uh-huh.
We are solution makers to problems that
Don't exist.
don't exist. 602 North says, looks like something delicious being whipped up.
We're trying, buddy. We're trying.
We are trying.
Says that looks good, Mike.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, Mike, it looks great. just teasing.
It's all right. All righty. Now, shrimp's been a draining, and I'm going to just kind of put the bottom, put some in here.
Dang, we're already halfway.
Okay.
Yeah, this is taking a little bit longer than what I anticipated.
I think if you already
It's all right.
down the medallions you need, it'd be a whole lot easier to punch that through than to try and do a whole long piece.
It would. It would, but what fun's that?
Now let me wash my hands off the shrimp.
The struggle bus, Rusty. It's all about the struggle bus. See, the problem is trying to get this punched out.
The struggle is real.
All right, this is my last one. My pan's full.
That's a good reason. You don't have room for any more. There's no reason to make any more.
All right, so that's that.
It's starting to smell like breakfast in here.
Now you could make this one pot and I could do this whole thing in this skillet that I've got here. But I decided to do it two ways.
All right. So I'm starting the little 2-quart sauce pot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go ahead and add some heavy whipping cream.
Yep.
This one here was just about empty, so I just had to use it up first.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I did too.
And then, so let's add some heavy whipping cream. Stupid thing. This is child-proof too.
You know, before the pandemic, I could get heavy whipping cream for less than $2. You can't get it that way now.
No, it's like five
Yeah,
to
yeah,
seven.
like,
Yep.
now.
Yeah. So I added about half of this, so I got about a whole jug of heavy whipping cream in there.
Look at that cheese being poured on them shrimps.
And I got the chicken in there too.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see you do that.
Yeah, I stuck it in there. Now let's see what I can do here. Spread this around here.
Keto Simple says, dropping in to say hello, fellas.
Howdy, howdy.
How you doing, Dustin?
We're trying something different, buddy.
Happy anniversary, Dustin.
Oh, happy anniversary. We like celebrating anniversaries.
Oh, yeah. I believe you said it was 13.
Wow. You know, it's hard seeing you don't see that very as often. People go on 13 years.
Yeah, you really don't.
It's hard seeing them get past like 5. And I don't mean that like funny. Like, it's like when they hit that 5 to 7 year range is their kind of like their cutoff.
Yeah, whenever Teresa and I checked into the hotel on our anniversary 3 weeks ago, we were married 29 years, and the guy at that desk, he said had the same reaction. He's like, "Wow, we don't see that many here, with that many years anymore."
No, you don't. You surely don't. Well, I may end up using all this shrimp.
Nothing wrong with that. There's no such thing as too much shrimp.
No, they ain't. Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get this reducing.
This chicken out with my other hand, not the shrimp hand.
Let's get that reducing.
Daddy Judge says, "Hi, Mike."
Hey, how you doing, Dutch?
What's going on, Kent?
You been out in the camper lately? He got
Honey
wow.
Badger says, "I've been happily divorced for 20 years."
Well,
I ain't trading her in for nothing. I am afraid she'll trade me in one day.
well, there's no life insurance money, so my wife's stuck with me. I'm worth more to her alive than dead.
Pickle says, "You need some hatch green chili."
I've got some, but they're not carnivore.
I want to get all of this incorporated. I could have done it all in the pan, but I wanted to do it in this thing here and have it just, I think it would work better.
Plus, when you're done, you just slap the lid on it, put it in the fridge for leftovers.
Well, this is a silicone thing, so you're,
Oh,
but
okay.
otherwise you're absolutely right. I've gone away from the ceramic ones and gone to silicone.
They still have a lid, don't they?
You could get one for it, yeah. What I like of silicone over the others is that it gives you a more even cook. You know how
our campground got shut down for the season from all the flood damage.
Oh wow.
Man.
Bat 13's in. Hey, Bat.
What's going on, Matt? We're trying to do a little something here, buddy.
We're working on it.
One train wreck at a time.
Yep. These here rubber spatulas are the bomb. Look at that. It got every last little bit out of it.
The
No
non-stick
waste or
pan
thing.
has nothing to do with it at all.
What's that?
I said your non-stick pan has nothing to do with it at all.
No, it's just, no, it comes out just fine because of the non-stick. And this is the Ninja cookware. That is the closest thing I have found to cast iron. It is amazing. You can't damage that stuff.
I don't know, Mike. The closest thing I found to cast iron is cast iron.
Yeah. And I wanted to do this in cast iron, but I wasn't sure about it. I was kind of scared to, because I didn't want these to give me any problems on it.
I ain't scared. It can always be fixed if you jack it up.
Yep, that's true. That's true. That's the thing. That's the beauty of cast iron. There ain't nothing fatal.
All right.
Ooh.
So
Already
if y'all,
got fine paste going there.
y'all can see we got some good coloring going on. Now, oops. The idea being is it'll hold its shape when I cut it. If I can hold on to it long enough, it'll hold its shape while I cut it.
Now the shrimp I'm using is just salad shrimp. It's frozen, came from frozen, fully cooked, peeled, deveined, the whole 9 yards. So, because these little rascals, I don't want to have to try and peel them and all like that. I don't mind peeling the big ones, but dang, these little ones, it'd take forever.
Oh, I know.
Cut that off.
Alrighty. Now,
Mike, you
Sure.
know,
sprinkle the cheese on it.
coat that with some crumbs and bake it.
Yeah, I'm just going to sprinkle a little cheese on top.
Oh, yeah. You can never have too much cheese in mac and cheese.
Not a chance. Yep.
Okay. So now I should let these cool a little bit longer, but I'm impatient.
Say it ain't so.
Huh?
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I know, right? So if I take it,
Lee, don't want, in case this is important, you got Novant Health calling your phone. I don't know if you need to talk to a doctor. Okay.
so if I cut it long ways to open it up to give me the canoe, now I might have to put them back on to sear this side, but if I pinch it, It should give me like noodles. Y'all see that?
We got meat macaroni.
You see that?
Look at that.
That was my hope. I mean, I could give it a little sear there and sear it off again.
I think you ought to toss the macaroni parts in there while they're cut.
I could, yeah.
I think that would do it good.
Do they look like macaroni from there?
Yes, they do. All right, that's got that done. Wash off the pork rinds. The pokey rinds. Get them off the pan. Time to go in the oven, and I'm just going to cook it at 350 for about 30 minutes, I think, or until bubbly.
30 minutes?
Maybe.
Put it on broil.
Well, you know what? I will raise that temperature, that's for sure. I think I'll do 400.
Pickle says, somehow this doesn't seem healthy. Maybe it's just me.
Well,
What?
there's no brown sugar in it, so
Yeah. There's no carbs. I mean, it's... What the heck?
No, it's just meat and cheese. How unhealthy can it be?
yeah, Mike's using shrimp.
Exactly. Shrimp and chicken. I'm going to try and clean up just a touch.
So, is Dustin still in here? I'm just curious what he thinks of our Mac so far. Being that he's a keto. Just curious, being a keto guy.
Yeah.
And it's about time I'm going to start watching this.
I'm going to say you need to stir your cream.
I think I said it, but I'm going to say it now just in case I didn't, and I apologize to Two Crazy Ketos. This is a version of their recipe from Carnivore Mac and Cheese. They have, they did this with the shrimp. They put bacon in it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was shrimp and bacon, and then they poured that in the bottom, and then their bechamel sauce right on top.
Yes.
And then stirred it.
So if I didn't say it before, my apologies to Two Crazy Ketos. I meant to.
Well, I hope they watch this and they say, hey, what in the world?
Yeah.
Or the keto twins, or
Somebody.
just somebody. Dustin. I don't know if you can make this into a chaffle. But I'll tell you, I struggled with this one because there's not a lot of different variations out there. So it was a little bit of a struggle to come up with something different than like traditional mac, like a bechamel with pulled pork.
Right.
You know, I wanted something a bit different that made you go, ooh.
I totally get that. Is that right there what you did? You made me go, ooh.
Yeah.
but I still want to try Chris cooking Nashville. Now, this is my first time doing this one. I have not done before this. I'm cooking it on the fly. Which, hey, what else is new? Don't I usually do that?
Yeah, normally I don't do the taste or the trial, but I was doing a sausage review video of some I got from Sam's Club,
Uh-huh.
and I thought, ooh, here's a good opportunity to try scooping it out, see how it works.
There you go.
So. Taking a lot longer than what I anticipated on cutting.
Well, that's the tedious part of this.
I'm just sitting over here looking at the computer. I can cut.
Got a lot going on, bub. 3 screens and comments unless nobody's talking. So, Rusty, if you were going to do this, how would you create your noodles?
I like you. I struggle with this too. I looked. Let's see here. I probably looked for 3 days, going through different videos and stuff, and sitting next to my
All
lovely,
5 of them.
sitting next to my lovely wife with her saying, "Why would you even try that?" You know. And so, I mean, I didn't see anything that I would try it all, just because. Now the one where they did the, I can't remember their name, but they used the shrimp and they made the noodles out of it, and the wife said that they didn't taste any shrimp at all. You know, I wouldn't mind tasting that or trying it, but there was too many steps involved for me to try and do it myself. I mean, that's.
Yeah, because they made it like a paste. They blended it down. They made it like a paste. Kind of like the cottage cheese flatbread type deal. And then baked it off and all that.
Yeah, there were just too many steps for me. I'm not interested in this enough to go through all that.
That's the perfect knife for that, though, Lee.
Yeah. I had to make sure that I ran it through the sharpener.
Yeah.
Just to be able to cut these thin little slices.
I got to get my knives and run them through the sharpener. Mine are due for that.
All right, so that's all of it.
And I got a nice electric one that I'll do. It puts a good edge on it. I'm happy with it. Now, can I do it with a flat rock and a rock and all and do it that way? Yeah. But do I want to take all that time doing it? No.
So the other thing I thought about trying to get the arch of a noodle was hard-boiled eggs. But then you've got to crisp them off a little bit.
Right.
To get that.
Yep. I thought about the hard-boiled eggs, and then I was trying to come up with a way of making them stay in their shape. And the only thing I could think of was what you said, you got to make them crispy. And then I was afraid it would make it chewy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I couldn't, other than just, maybe putting some breadcrumbs on it and putting it in the air fryer. I couldn't think of a way of doing it. Some panko and that kind of thing.
Yep. Now I know my sauce isn't nowhere, my heavy whipped cream's nowhere near where it should be. But we are on a time restraint, so I'm going to add some cheese.
We still got 15 minutes.
Yep. So let me add a little bit of cheese. This is a triple cheddar that I got. It's a mild, sharp, and Vermont cheddar cheeses.
I used two kinds on mine. I used a Mexican blend and a sharp cheddar. Now,
I'm going to set my oven to broil.
if you want to,
But
not keto, but if you want to do something that will really enhance the flavor of your mac and cheese, if you put a little bit of American cheese in it, just a couple of slices, it's amazing how much it affects the taste.
that creaminess.
Exactly.
Which you can add cream cheese to this.
Yep.
And a lot of people do. Setting it up on broil. Now I've also got a 5-cheese Italian blend. I'm going to add some of it.
It says I use whetstones. The issue with electric sharpeners is they grind down the knife and don't work well for different knives, Japanese versus German, etc.
Yeah.
I use a whetstone for my pocket knives.
That's,
But I use a sharpener, the kitchen sharpener, for most of my kitchen knives. I've got my really good knives. I actually got a lifetime guarantee on them, and I have to send them off to get sharpened. And they sharpen them free for life. And so I send them off. I mean, I probably only do it twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
But my regular, kitchen knives, I just run them through the sharpener that's on the back of my electric can opener.
I bought a sharpener. It's got you put one cut on it, or you one grind on it, then you got a finer grind, and then you got like a buffer.
Yeah, I got a classic one that's red. You hold the handle, and it has the 3 different channels on it. And you just hold it and you just run it through. It just has numbers 1, 2, and 3. And you just run it through the channels. I've got that one, and then I've got the.
That dog is hot.
Ooh, yeah, don't.
Yeah, you're right, Pickles. Charlie, you're right. It does just hone the blade. Absolutely.
Yep, I've got a steel, and then I picked this up. Where you at? Right here.
Yeah.
It's a Milwaukee. It's got a little honing rod on the side. It's got a coarse and a fine. Man, that works just fine for, just pulling stuff in. Just for a quickie.
There's infomercials out there. They got the handheld ones that can sharpen a credit card good enough to slice a really soft tomato.
Yeah.
Boy, she thickened up some, didn't she? Now.
I used to teach. I helped teach. It wasn't my class. It was another guy's class that I would go in and help teach self-defense to women. And he was another officer with another agency. And one of the things I used to tell them is you got tools in your purse that you can use to ward off attackers. One is keys, the other is credit cards. And you use it like you don't have to hone it down or nothing. It'll do it just fine. Go for the face and it'll cut it up just fine. And you'll mark him up good for somebody to pick him out. Oh, we got Madwood. Hey, Terry.
Look, there you go, Mike.
Yep. There you are. That's perfect.
All right, I'm going to cut the heat off. I'm going to spoon it into my ramekin.
Yep.
Somehow. I didn't think that part through yet. Let me run out and get a big spoon. I didn't think that part all the way out. Okay. So a couple little ramekins. Little cast iron ramekins. Now, I just want to fill them up with some of that ooey gooey goodness.
Are those cast iron?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, you the king of cast iron.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just unsupervised. All right. And yeah, I've got some left. Whatever. It'll be all right. Where did I put my... Now we're going to come in with the breadcrumbs, pork rind breadcrumbs. Where you at?
Speaking of throwing things, Charlie, you ever gone to do any axe throwing? Have you ever done any axe throwing?
Teresa wants to go out and do that.
Just come on over. I got a backyard and I got hatchets.
When I was in Boy Scouts, we used to do that. I got pretty good at it.
No way I could allow my Boy Scouts to throw an axe. Not now, not these days.
Well, so
whenever you were a Boy Scout, things were a little bit different.
Yes, they were.
There was a place that little Parmesan cheese. There was a place that opened up here in town and one in Charlotte, and guys were talking about it. Oh man, we got to go axe throwing. And I was like, do what? And they're like, yeah, we got to go axe throwing. You go to this bar and you can drink and throw axes. I said, shoot, man, that was a Saturday night for us.
Yeah.
He said, imagine that, cornfield in Ohio.
Hey.
I said, yeah, man, we did all kinds of stuff like that. We'd shoot bow and arrows at the straw bales.
Absolutely. We did it too. Because I lived way out in the country, out in down in central Georgia, middle Georgia. And I'm telling you, we would where I'm from down there, you got to pump sunlight in. I'm in the sticks. I ain't there now. I'm in Atlanta. Boy, talk about a stark difference.
Yeah, I got me a new toy this weekend, Mike.
What'd you get?
I left Lee's house here Sunday morning. I got home and just looking through Facebook, and somebody had a Blackstone. They said they've had it for 2 years and they just don't ever use it. They were selling another Blackstone with a hinged metal lid plus a soft cover, all of the Blackstone branded spatulas, Blackstone branded salt and pepper shakers. I mean, another propane tank, everything for $50.
Wow.
I thought for sure. I said, "There's no way. This guy's got to be joking." And so I replied. I said, "My wife just got home from church." I said, "I can come by. We can come by and pick it up right now." He said, "Okay," and he gave me his address. And I'll be honest, I went there, picked it up. He helped me even load it in the car.
Dang.
That gave me a freaking $325 setup for $50.
Yeah. How big is it? What's the size?
This one is a 28. So I now have a 17. I got a 17, a 28, and a 36 now.
You got all the sizes covered there.
So now, if we want to do something, I can throw that one in the truck and come down here instead of my big 36.
Well, so much for that idea. I was trying to run a separate camera, and I forgot to hit record on half of the video. Oh, well.
This is the way things work in live.
Yeah, it's live, man. There's a lot going on. So I got mine in the oven at 500. I'm doing a broil. I had planned on using the torch, but seeing how you got another hour on your cook,
I don't have an hour.
Twin Book Acres says, "Greetings all. It's been a while since I was able to make the live."
Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. We're glad you're here. We've got both ours in the oven right now.
Yep.
It says if you're moving, you don't care about the stuff. Sell it or dump it.
True. That's what Tom did. Tom Garvey did when he moved from Tampa to Las Vegas. He sold everything. He said, "There's a couple of things I wished I'd have kept, but you know."
Yeah, well, this guy lived down in Riverwalk neighborhood down the road from us, and it's a pretty affluent neighborhood, and he just said they just didn't use it. It was too hot. They didn't like to go outside. They didn't like to clean it up. They just said they didn't use it. So I said, no problem, I will.
Yeah, no kidding.
Until I can come up with a relatively cheap propane tank for mine, mine is a Monument grill, even though I got Blackstone top for it, the soft cover.
Right.
I'm using the little camp propane.
The little green 1 pound bottles?
Yep.
I'm still waiting on Monument to hit me up, but they ain't found my channel yet.
Well, they didn't find mine either, and I asked them. They ignored my email.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Which I started to buy an electric, but I was afraid I'd kick the breaker. I know that Bearded Italian, Brian's got a electric one, and he says it doesn't. He said it has kicked it, but he says you learn to work around it. Jiffy, come in Georgia. You're not that far from me. I am in Gwinnett County. Where'd y'all go, Lee? Uh-oh. I think we lost them. I think they has froze up. Well, no, I see movement. Oh, Rusty's mic is muted on his, and Rusty's is the one that's up right now. We lost the other connection. That's what we got going on. If y'all can hear me, fellas, you're muted. Let me see if I can unmute that. I don't know if it'll let me. No, they muted it themselves.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Oh, wow. We found the echo chamber. Nothing wrong with that. So let me check mine. It might be getting close. Let me move this so I don't knock it off. And we'll see what I got. Oh, it's bubbling nicely. I'm going to go with done.
There we got something. There we got something. Are we back?
You're back. Good. Okay, I got mine here.
Yeah, we hear you.
I am overflowing though.
There you are. Now you're big.
All righty.
What happened is I moved the camera, and it said, "Nope, ain't doing that." Boy, it smells good.
You can smell it from there?
Oh man. Oh man.
Look at there. There it is. I had it tilted. It tilted and overflowed a little.
Yeah, that's why I put mine on a pan.
Well, mine's on a pan too, but then I should have used a bigger pan. That's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. Mine's a bubble on the way, Rusty. I put it on 500 and let it roll. You want to see it?
That said communication failure.
No habla. My broken English ain't so good. All right. You ready to see it?
Yeah.
It ain't been but a few minutes.
Yeah, but it's under the broiler, ain't it?
Yeah, buddy.
Let me get something for that hardness.
Look at that. Look at that. There you go, Mike. You
Hang
see
on,
her bubbling?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. Look at that. Boy, that's pretty.
I'm going to give it a minute before I pull it up off there.
It might be a little warm.
Might be.
Might not.
Now, let's set this here because I'm going to have to cook that. Which one?
If you're putting both of them on there.
Well, I was going to put one
If
on.
you're going to do one, you need the smaller one.
There it is, right there.
Too much real estate.
All righty. Feast your eyes, people. There it is.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
So that's shrimp, chicken, rotisserie chicken, pulled rotisserie chicken, and a cheese sauce with a pork rind topping.
Now, is that going to be sliceable macaroni or is that scoopable?
That's scoopable.
Awesome.
Yeah, slicing, no, that ain't macaroni and cheese. That's
That's a casserole.
mm-hmm.
All right, Russ, you want to bring me big? Make me big.
You are big.
Y'all see that right there? Look at that jiggle. All right. Now I'm going to top it with just a little bit of greenery. I know that's not carnivore, but it is parsley, and my man Corey's watching, or will be watching.
There you go. You
Look
know
at
what?
that.
That ain't a bad idea. That ain't a bad idea at all.
Now, here's the kicker. Los Calientes barbecue sauce. Hot sauce. It's a hot barbecue sauce.
All right.
And we'll just go around the edges. Little dabs in the middle.
I could have brought down some Da Bomb for that.
Yeah.
There. I followed your lead. I put a little bit of that on there too.
Yeah.
Not the sauce, not the barbecue sauce, but the parsley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a barbecue hot sauce. It was on Hot Ones. I forget which season, but that's it.
Dang, Lee, that added a nice little color to it.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That's just downright purty.
That looks good enough to eat, Mike.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, I gotta get a thumbnail.
Snap a picture of this.
Yeah, I gotta get a thumbnail here. I'm running out of counter space, Rusty. Imagine that.
I was having that same issue whenever I was cooking last week.
I always have that issue. All right, let me get on my phone.
You need to use your next YouTube check and get a expanded kitchen.
Yeah.
A counter stretcher.
Listen, this guy's got jokes.
We'll get a counter stretcher. Aisle 13 at Home Depot. Right next to the blinker fluid. There it is. Lee, you sure do take pretty thumbnails.
I've been trying, man. I've been kind of working on them. Can you see that one, Rusty? What do you think of that, Mike?
Oh yeah, that's looking good. That looks real good.
All right, let me pull this over here and slide Rusty down a little bit. Slide it down here. Might have changed seats there, old Rusty. Hold on, we gotta, what do they call it? Change the, prep the scenery, the stage.
Yeah, gotta have a set reset. Reset the set.
Yeah. Reset the set. Let's see if we can get him over here.
That barbecue sauce is good.
It is. It's got a little heat to it, too. Okay. There. Well, my friend, y'all can see the picture, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I bought these little. I got these little cast iron, whatever you want to call them, little dishes.
Mm-hmm.
They were all clearance at Wally World for $4.50.
Dang.
Yeah, and I had to get them, and the wife was like, "Well, okay." So.
That's cheap.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Not at all.
So, what's your first impressions before you eat it?
First impressions, it's very creamy.
Yeah.
It's the way I like macaroni and cheese. I like it where the cheese can go through the tines of a fork. It's got a nice brown, crispy cheese coating on top from the broiler.
Okay.
It smells really good.
I ended up with, I don't know if you ended up with juice from the sausage or not, but I got juice from the shrimp. So it's really a little more soupy than I want, but I don't mind that. That's fine. That's cheese.
Yeah, mine's it didn't get as done as I like. Like I usually like it a little thicker. Dang gummit.
That right there is outstanding. I'm telling you, that ain't nothing short of outstanding. I gotta get the missus. I gotta get the missus.
Yeah, I'm digging this. The sausage looks like noodles to an extent.
Right.
The
this crispy cheese is just like the cheese on top of a slice of pizza.
yeah,
I mean, it's really, really good.
just broiled it. You can see right here is a. Let me get it. There's one of the noodles, the fake noodles. So it looks kind of like an elbow. For me, I would want the sauce a little more creamier, like a little more done.
Paige coming the whole way down the hall. That smells delicious.
It smells so good. Oh my gosh. I'm sure it's going to taste even better. Let's see. It's super hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what this is?
This is a carnivore mac and cheese. And there's no noodles in it.
Ooh, that's got some heat.
Yours don't have that.
Mine has a different kind of heat. Hot.
I put we had gotten a barbecue sauce, hot sauce from the Hot Ones Challenge. And it's really good. But I put it on top, so it's got a little heat to it.
I told him this is outstanding.
Delicious. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yay. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
What all do you taste?
I taste some. No, I'm not very good at describing. I taste the sauce, whatever the sauce is.
It's a
cream.
creamy cheese sauce.
Really? Well, I love cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a little creamier than
Is
I
that-
wanted, but
is
I
that
ain't mad
shrimp?
at it.
is that shrimp?
Yeah.
And shrimp. Mm-hmm.
And chicken.
Oh, chicken too. Mm. It's just delicious. No matter what it is made of, it is delicious.
Well, nice.
Probably not.
Mike, high five, buddy. Boom.
There you go.
Yeah, old Rusty's halfway done with his.
Man, this is good.
You know what? This may be the best thing we've ever made.
Mm.
I would have wanted my sauce to be thicker, but
Yeah, mine could have used a little thicker, but it's
No, I don't think
like I
so.
said, I ain't mad at it.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's thicker.
it's nice and mine's nice and creamy and cheesy.
Yeah, same here.
Did you taste?
I did.
Want some more? I'll share.
Good Lord.
So good.
Man.
So good.
I think if I had that little salad shrimp in here, that would have been
Yeah,
top.
shrimp would have been good in here.
Yeah, it would have. Of course, you was forbidden, so.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she forbade. And I was like, are you serious? Like to the point where she was like, you won't do this show again. Right? She was like, it sounds nasty. You're not going to try it. So I
Yeah,
tried.
Chef in the house. Well, yeah, good to see you.
What's going on, Chef? Man, we missed all kinds of people. But, well, I believe that was an hour.
Yep. We cooked it in less than an hour.
Yeah.
The show is gone 12 minutes over an hour, but that, hey, you know, it is, we cook it in less than an hour.
Yep.
An hour or less.
We chit-chatted probably 20 minutes of it.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I don't think we've had but maybe one or two where we've actually gone over the hour.
Yeah. So, well, all right. I got to look at the list, see what was next.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see what we can do.
Stuffed seafood, I think it was. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Oh, seafood? Oh.
Stuffed seafood.
Yum. Yay, can we do it tomorrow?
Wait till Wednesday.
Oh.
You can practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Practice.
We need
Practice
three
makes perfect.
3-pound lobster tails hollered out with your jalapeno popper and stuffed.
Yeah. Stuffed seafood.
Stuffed seafood. I gotta think about that one.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Or just seafood with stuff.
I got all kind of things running around in my head.
That's the problem is they don't ever. It's kind of like a butterfly. It just goes from one spot to the next, and never stays.
We go to the Chinese market, get a squid, and we can stuff a squid.
Yeah, we got fresh squid over here at the 4 hours to the coast.
4 hours.
We could have went there instead of Virginia this morning.
Really, really close.
Yeah, you're as close as we are. We're 4 hours from Savannah.
Yeah. Travel the 4 hours there, the 4 hours back, just for some fresh squid that won't be fresh when we get home.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
We went to Red Lobster for my brother-in-law's birthday Saturday, and I ordered some calamari for an appetizer. And folks at the table are going, well, what is calamari? I said, well, just try it. Think of it like an onion ring. Like, so they were trying to say, well, that's not bad, but what is it? I said, well, it's calamari. Well, but what's in it? I said, squid. What? Squid?
yep.
I said, yeah, why do they call it calamari? I said, because if they called it squid, you wouldn't eat it.
That's true.
Probably true. Right.
So
I'm headed out.
That's what it looked like.
Good to see you guys.
good
You
seeing
too,
you.
dear.
That's what it looked like.
Well,
Oh, yeah. Looks great.
Mikey, I say we get out of here.
Yep. Let's
Rest
do
of the time, tip the bowl over and drink it.
I am.
it. I ain't beyond that. That's for
As soon as
sure.
the camera's off.
Yep.
It's all up in his beard and everything.
I'm not beyond that.
So, all right, man. Well, we'll see you next week for stuffed seafood.
Us seafood.
That's good.
Don't know what kind of seafood, but it's got to be stuffed.
It's got to stuff it.
Because I've made stuffed clams, stuffed scallops, stuffed crab. There's a lot of things that can be done.
Yep. So,
And that
all
don't
right.
stuff it
Well,
up.
what do you say we get out of here?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, y'all have a great week. Thank you for watching. And this was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
I had a good time. And it turned out pretty decent.
It did.
Yeah.
Rusty's pickier than Mikey, and you know Mikey likes it. So just remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week.
Have a great week, guys.
Let's be careful out there.